and grab your blocks. Once again, if you need support beneath your knees, go ahead and grab that. And then we're going to take our blocks and have them at the front of the mat. I think y'all both have foam blocks. So for me, foam blocks are best on this, this setting here, this kind of middle setting. You're welcome to try this on the highest setting. I wouldn't go any lower, but you're welcome to try this on the highest setting. The problem with the foam blocks is they're not very stable. So it just depends. If you're able to relax completely, you're welcome to try that. Or for tonight, since this is your first, well, one of the first times you've ever done this way, maybe start in the middle and just see how you feel. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to come up to high kneeling and step the left foot forward into a lunge. And try to tuck this back. And take your hands to your blocks and have your wrist underneath your shoulder. So I like to hang my fingers off the edge of the block because it feels better on my wrist. You can do that, or you can have it in the center. Or if you need to, you can even come up on fists. But this works best for me. Have your left arm all the way up against your leg so that when we relax the muscles here in a minute, it kind of helps hold it in place, kind of like our hands did on our backs. All right, and then from there, we're going to back the hips up a little bit. And then lift that left hip up and then press it down. Do that one more time. Lift the hip up and then anchor that hip down. And then from there, with the hip anchored down, come back forward into the lunge. And you want your knee to be stacked with your ankle. And you want some angle on this back leg. But this is not your deepest lunge, so I'm not all the way forward here. I'm maybe at 2/3 of my deepest lunge. Okay? Then from here, we're going to press into the hands and arms. And these hands and arms are going to be our support beams. So let them hold most of your weight and soften the neck. Let the neck hang down. Relax through the spine. Relax the hips. Let the arms hold you up. Notice any muscle tension. Do your best to relax it and breathe. Remember how you feel in this position, because this is one of the positions that you can do throughout the week if you've been sitting for a while to help release some of the pressure in the low back. This is a really deep psoas release. This releases the psoas like nothing else, which is that muscle that runs through the back and the front of the hip. Then to come out, bend the elbows and press into the hands and come back to either hands and knees or back to high kneeling. And then we're going to go ahead and come into the other side when you're ready. So stepping the right foot forward, taking your hands to your blocks, wrist underneath shoulders. Let the hips slide back, excuse me. Then lift that right hip up and press it down. One more time, lift it up and anchor it down. Now keep it down as you come back forward into the lunge, knees stacked with the ankle. Some little bit of an angle on that back leg. Make sure that right arm is all the way against the right leg. Then press into the arms, which will probably send your hips back about a 1/2 inch again. That's okay. Let your arms be your support beam. And then let your head relax towards the floor, become heavy. Let your spine relax, let your hip relax. Let the arms hold you up. And notice how letting the head relax in this way helps traction the upper spine. Try to make sure you're releasing any gripping that might be happening in the front of that hip or the back of the hip. Sometimes my hamstrings want to grip here. Let it go. Check in every now and then. Notice if you're gripping. Notice if your head has started lifting. And relax it all again. And to come out, bend the elbows, press into the hands. Make your way all the